working up a sweat on these hot days, but check it out. Holy moly, this is going to be my kids' new playpen when they come into the shop. No, of course not. Here it is, reptile monitors. We have got 5 of these things coming, and this is going to be their climbing jungle gym. Awesome enclosure there as well. We've moved our 4-foot one over here in case anyone's not aware. Unfortunately, our last bearded dragon did pass away. These things happen with lifestyle, they were pretty old, they were getting to the end. So at any rate, we move forward and we have moved the enclosure down here. So I do believe this is going to be our pygmy bearded dragon enclosure there as well. I swear I said I was never going to do reptiles again, and look at this. So this is going to be exciting. If we come down this way here, you can see that we've got this one all cleared up here. We've got our snakes here again. What we're going to do here is we're going to put 2 new enclosures here. They're going to be 3 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot, side by side. We're going to have our snakes in one. Don't tell Kim, but this is going to be our display snake enclosure there as well. We'll get something wicked to go in there as well. All right, happy days, guys. Hope you enjoy. I'll do another update once we get it all decked out, because I've got some big plans on this thing. It's going to be absolutely stunning. We are ready to start blowing the budget. So enclosure's all in there. This one's got some glass sliding doors. Pretty excited. I think the height is going to be good. Hopefully the lights don't shine too bright down on the eyes, but I think people will be able to come in. We will keep a step ladder close so kids can actually get in there and have a look, but we'll have the pygmies down there as well, so she's going to look cool. Thought we'd just go through some of the gear that you're going to need when you set up this, and this is how I'm going to spend all my profits for the week. Bunnings, power board, always need one. I like the ones with the switches on there so you can individually turn off the switches for like your lighting and that as well. T5 lighting, so we use the Arcadia UVB lights on there as well. They're good for a year. This is the 10 UVB one for dragons. Maybe I should have checked if it's suitable for monitors, but I would assume that it would be suitable for monitors, because the other one we have was for blue tongues and snakes and that. So sweet. So that's a 3-foot footing. We're going to go 3 foot. Sometimes the 4 foot just gets really tight to fix in there unless you're on a side. So 3 foot's going to go pretty good in there. We'll mount that to the top. We're going to be using these plates here. These plates kind of go up into where the hole is there, and this is going to be used to hold your ES fitting on there, which is basically just your old school lamp on there as well. So these work in combination. We'll put 2 of those in there because we're going to run 2 lights on here as well. We're going to run the spiral emitter, which is kind of like one of the old bar heater type of elements on there as well. It just kind of gets orange, pretty good for heat. Doesn't blow like your standard light globe that often as well. We've got a year warranty on there as well. We've had these in the shop, we use them a lot. We're going to be running that one with the thermostat on there. Now the thermostat, we're gonna see how this one goes there. I'm not too sure how we're going to set it up in here because it's such a big enclosure, but we'll be play around with it. It's got a probe, so we can just put that in an area and it'll let us know what the ambient temperature of that enclosure is there as well. Hopefully that goes pretty good there as well. The other one in the other ES fitting we're going to run is the solar glow. This one is UVB and heat, sorry, in combined in there as well. So it's an all-in-one. So that's a 160 watt. That's the highest that they come. This is going to be more of a spot lamp. You can't really use these on a thermostats like those ones there, because they need about 15 minutes to cool down once they turn off to turn back on there as well. This is going to be my first time using one of these as well, but I think because these monitors like it around that 40 to 50 degree mark, they like it hot, they're going to want a nice basking area, so that's the plan there as well. We're going to use carpet to start off with. Carpet's really easy to see if they're going to the toilet properly, also eating properly and not eating the substrate. It's pretty much like using nothing on the bottom there as well. So we'll do that. As they get bigger and they start looking a bit cooler and we're more happy, we'll probably switch to a sandy gravel type of substrate or a bark one in there as well. We'll kind of play it by ear and we'll do a bit more research on our end and we'll see how they go there as well. Problem with the bark is sometimes a lot of the woodies and crickets can really burrow in there. You end up with just a plague population, which isn't that bad, but sometimes people don't like cockroaches running around the shop. Going to mount a few things in this one. Now, because this enclosure is wood, what we'll be able to do is screw in and actually mount a few things on there as well. So I think that's going to be absolutely fantastic. Going to have some nice chunks of wood that we're going to mount in there as well. I just hope that the vision in my head actually comes out in here properly. So touch wood, we can get that sorted. And the last thing we are going to use is the hammocks. Now the hammocks also are really going to kind of give it that almost like a treehouse type of vibe in there as well, so that they'll be able to kind of climb from branch to branch and just you know, we'll have it down the bottom there so they can climb up and have their space as well. So we can utilize that whole 1200 enclosure there as well. As for the one down here, we've already had this one set up. So same thing, we've got the T5s in there. We've got the heat emitter already up in there as well. And we're going to use carpet on that one there as well. This one tank we can divide up as well. So we'll see how the pygmies go, whether or not we divide it up. We'll just play it by ear on that one there as well. Hope that gives you some insight on how much it's going to cost you to set one of these things up. Well worth it. These are awesome animals to have, the reptiles, the bearded dragons, the monitors. I'm really excited about the monitors. I have never kept one. My brother personally has had a lace monitor before. It was an absolute beast. So hopefully these guys are a little bit more tameable. But I have heard that they're a little bit flighty, so to speak, as well. So you have to be careful with them, but they are really cool there as well. Right, we will do another video once we get it all up and going. Then we'll do another video once we actually get them in. So stay tuned. It's going to be a wicked build, this one. Right. What a day. I think we've done pretty good, but I mean, it's looking, I don't know if I'm saying myself, it's not looking too shabby. We screwed in this wood here. So as you can see, it's all kind of screwed in there, latched in there. Same with this ramp here as well. We've got our sun glow fitting up there as well. It's feeling quite warm. This one's not on yet. We'll see how we go. We can got to put a hammock around there, but geez, it looks pretty sweet at the moment. We'll zoom in. We can see we've got our rock work going on, a few fake plants. We've got our little canopy cave there as well, which kind of just like locks on there as well, which would be pretty gnarly. As Isaac just pointed out, they might jump out of there, so we might have to look at moving that one there when we open the door. But no, really good. The bottom cage didn't get much love on there, but I'm just really happy with how this rack turned out. I really think it's going to add another dimension to our shop. Hopefully it makes this Mackay's largest range of reptiles. Once we get all this in, I think we're going to have a decent selection. Hope you guys enjoy all the hard work, wood, screws, drills, flat batteries, everything else that went on today. But we got there in the end. Righto, have a good one.